Navy and SMU. We've got SMU 13.5-point home favorites in this game, 57 being the total in this one. How about that Navy team? They are starting to percolate a little bit. Ken Niumakaloa.
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, I mean,
that was one of my favorite bets. And then money line. I thought they could win it, but I did not see a blowout. You're right there. I mean, wow. Shocked
indeed. And look, there's always going to be those teams that outperform people's preseason expectations. Every year we see this, and everybody was down on Navy this year coming in. Everybody thought they were dreadful last year. We didn't look on paper at that team being a group that was going to make huge improvements this year. And look, they're still 2 and they have a losing record, but most importantly, they've covered 3 straight. And man, they've been competitive. They've been right in every single game that they have played, even the 2 losses that they suffered. The East Carolina game, they had the huge upset, 23-20, winning outright as 16-point dogs in overtime. And that's a pretty good East Carolina team. Air Force, maybe the best Air Force team in many years, right in that game, start to finish. They lose by a field goal, 13-10, wire-to-wire cover as 14-point dogs. And then, as you mentioned, Connor Mack, and I like Navy. We mentioned this on the Saturday show, the Pub Hub, 5-point dogs, and there they were, 53-21, just a beatdown over Tulsa last week. This team is definitely improving week by week. There's no question. They've got Natai Lavatai running that triple option. Fofana, the main tailback, running back at 159 rushing yards, and even the much maligned Navy defense, which has been a big problem for them the last couple of years. They've just had a miserable defense, but slowly but surely their numbers are improving. So that'll be interesting to see. That being said, the one area they've been really good against the run, but they can be shredded against the secondary. The pass defense for Navy is still suspect. And I think with SMU taking the money, Connor, they see a quarterback in Tanner Mordecai in a passing game in SMU that could maybe exploit that weak secondary. And that's true. I do agree with that. I think SMU has probably got a better passing game than Tulsa. So this could be a tougher matchup defensively for Navy. No question about that. But don't sell this Navy team short. Especially offensively, that triple option is working. And SMU's run defense has been springing some leaks. Just look at last week against UCF. UCF carved them up on the ground, and SMU's given up 180 rushing yards per game just about, which is 106th in the country. So this looks like an over, I think, to me. I mean, SMU is probably going to be able to throw the ball a little bit on Navy, but I think Navy's going to be able to run that football pretty well against SMU. And we saw, obviously, a massive over last week with the game between Tulsa and Navy, and the total's already been bet up. So if you agree with me here, you may want to bet this total sooner rather than later. 55.5, and I'm already seeing 57 and moving up to 58 now with this total. I agree with it fully. I would look over the total. And if this number keeps creeping, like if it gets to 14, Connor, I'm going to have to take something with Navy, because to me, they've been undervalued. I know I have worries about that pass defense against Mordecai and the SMU passing game. But I don't know, given this team 14 with beating East Carolina, down to the wire with Air Force, beating up Tulsa, playing their best football, it's a lot of points to be giving a surging football team right now. What do you think, Connor?
I got to give a shout out to our chat. Everyone in here, hit the like button like you guys have been hitting us up in there. Kevin, G. Martinez, Alfonso, RVD 420, Matt Stoney, Star Child, all the regular guys up in here. Getting Sharpie, my man, great to see you up in here. Big Show, the guy in the back on the 1s and 2s. Craig Wood, everybody. Sweaty Butcher, great to see you, my man. Yeah, let's get to it. Last 2 weeks I've been on Navy. I thought that was a great spot at home there where Tulsa shouldn't have been favored. I just didn't see the score like we were talking about. SMU, this team is just not very good. They can't win football games. There's always these high expectations, and they just can't get it done. They got drubbed. A lot of people are on them last week thinking they could beat UCF. They couldn't get it done. Yeah, if this touches 14, I like it already at 13.5. SMU will throw it on them. I also like this over. You mentioned it's already creeping up to 58. I still think it's okay, even right there. Navy's going to be able to run it, though. Are you telling me this SMU defense, 106th in the nation on the run, is going to stop Navy? No way. They're going to run it on them. There should be points. So I give you the points with Navy, and it should go over. I think Mordecai will be able to. That's one thing. Navy still a little weak, especially their secondary when they face teams like this. But 2 touchdowns with this SMU team, no way. Give me Navy and the points again.